We're live there. Hello there. Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on what part of the world you happen to be joining us. My name is Craig Peloquin, and it's great to be here. My co-host today,
Dennis Wilson.
And before we get started, today we're going to be talking about goal setting. Goal setting is, something that we were taught 23 years ago, that if you didn't have a goal, a goal is a dream with a time frame.
Correct.
That's it. But let's, speaking of goals and that, what is the goal of MLM Mastermind trainings, and what are the rules?
All right. Well, the rules are that we're here to help everybody. We don't care who you're with. We don't want to know who you're with. We're not going to tell you who we're with, even though I'm not with anyone but HourADay and MLM software company. But we don't tolerate, dropping hints and trying to talk in the chat box to try to get other people to be interested in what you're doing. We're here to support each other. We're here to support everybody. And in fact, if you do decide to drop a URL or talk about a company name or a product name, we will immediately kick you out and we will put you on the banned forever list.
There you go.
We're pretty strict about it. We got to keep it for to be the right place for everybody all the time.
It's a safe place to come and learn from a couple of guys that have made it.
Done that.
We've made a little bit of money in the industry, and we're happy to be able to share our knowledge and fast track your road to success. We'll share some of the things that we've done over 2 decades. I know it's crazy. Over 2 decades now that we've been in this business, and we're just going to share some of those things.
Can't we say 2 years?
I'd like to be, but you know what? It took us 20 years to become an overnight sensation, right?
That's true.
There you go. True. So, just like the Pokemon Go app.
Oh, right. Yeah.
How many of you out there are wasting your time on Pokemon Go?
Yeah, stop. Right. You should be building your business.
So
rule number 1, no more Pokemon app unless you're prospecting the people you run into.
There you go. So, or you've got a Pokemon gym at your door, and people are coming to your house.
And
now,
there you go. You got product display up. You got some brochures. You got a bit of this. Maybe not such a bad idea.
So let's get right into it, Dennis, and give people a little bit of idea. Now, we do have a chat box on the side. You are able to ask questions. Certainly put something in there. We are monitoring it during the presentation because this is live. So certainly feel free to put stuff in there. And well, let's start off with some of the things that we really want to do when you're doing it. You got to identify what you want first, right, Dennis?
Well, I'm going to start with a story, just because I like stories.
Well,
I'm going to start with my story.
Okay.
Okay. So I was told here was my goal setting. What do you want to call it? Super Saturday training that I went to, where they told me what I should do and I should make my goals. And they said, write down absolutely everything you can think of that you might want, from a new pair of socks to a new car to a vacation to, retirement home in wherever, to whatever for your mom, whatever for your dad, your spiritual goals, all of this kind of stuff. Now, of course, I thought I had a shortcut. So I only wrote down the material things. I didn't worry about all them other goals. And what was really funny was they said that we should read these goals to ourselves every day, twice out loud. And I took that very seriously, even though it sounded so corny. And I did that constantly. And I probably did that for, I'm guessing, 2 years, maybe even 3 years. And then I fell off the wagon, Craig. I went 7 years without even looking at that piece of paper or thinking about that piece of paper or reciting anything. And then I moved and I found that piece of paper. And almost as if by magic, there was only 2 things left on that list that I had not accomplished. One of them was buying my mom a Ford Thunderbird remade old-fashioned car, because that was always her dream car. And by the time I could afford to get it for the Armstrong steering in, it would have just never been something she could have handled. So I waited a little too long to get successful enough to be able to do that. And the other one, I don't remember what it was, so it probably wasn't that important. But weird things like I wanted to go to London and see Big Ben, and I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do that. Things that they weren't really, really goals. They were just something that bucket list kind of, I really should want to do that. So I wrote it, and sure enough, it just all worked out, and all these crazy things that happened. And I remember one of my goals was to be the speaker in front of a great big group of people in Japan. And that happened. And I mean, it was just wild how 3 years of intensely thinking about all my goals led to all of them happening over the next 7 years without even thinking about it. So I sort of went from being that's all crap, and probably thought that way for 7 years until I found that list and went, oh my God, Craig. Well, I didn't say that. I said,
no, you didn't.
I said, oh my God.
Dennis.
But oh my God. So it was absolutely wild. So I am a believer in the process, and you can make it complicated or not. We're going to show you a couple of ways to sort of drill down a little bit and to do it in a better way than I did. Because I didn't say I want to do this by this date. I want to do that by. I just wrote down everything in a great big sheet of paper and carried around with me.
And I agree that your goals, I mean, you know what, I think they need to be, you know, a combination of things that are going to be jog your mind. You want, you know, the mental, physical, spiritual, friendship goals, family, nutrition, career goals, education, you know, you're going to give away to charity, investments, entertainment, sports, hobbies, travel, vacations, homes, vehicles. I mean, these are all the types of goals that you should be thinking of. Yeah.
Put down everything. And then I think once you've made that list of every single thing, then maybe you go start researching the internet and grabbing pictures and stuff to start to formulate yourself a little bit of a storyboard, which means...
Really? A storyboard?
Yeah, well, storyboard or dream board,
yeah, dream board,
or whatever the hell you want to call it. And grab those pictures and print them out. You might have to go get a color ink cartridge because most people don't print anymore. Print them out, cut them up, put them on a board, stick them on your wall. And then you'll think about it every time you look at them. And
or at least your fridge.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, that's how I started. I didn't have a dream board when I first did it, you know, and I took it to the nth degree. There was a car bonus program in our company, and we got to pick whatever car we wanted. And I had that picture up, and it wasn't even the first car I got. You know, I had a picture of a Porsche, and that was the third car I finally got to be able to get a Porsche.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of your goal. I think I stole your goal.
You stole my goal.
Yeah, your goal.
I was the one who wanted a Porsche. You wanted a BMW, but I appreciate you buying me my Porsche. That was nice of you.
So, but I looked at that picture, and I looked at it every day, and you need to be able to visualize that. Maybe your company has a car bonus program, and they have a specific car. Go get a picture of that car.
Yeah.
Get a picture of you in that car. Go to the car dealership. They'll let you take a test drive. Take a selfie, jump in, take a quick selfie, get someone to take pictures.
Depends how expensive the car is. Sometimes they don't just let you take a test drive of a, you know.
But it's probably in the showroom.
They'll probably let you sit in it and get your picture.
There you go. So, you know, it's another way of doing it. You know, maybe there's that house that you want. You know, you can find that on the internet all day long. Go to realtor.com.
Yeah, that'll work.
You can find every single house that you want to have on there.
Yeah, so I mean, I think, and again, I never went that far. You know, I'm telling you, you should, because today you can, and you can easily do it. I just had a list. I just had a big list. And I just kept reading that list over and over and over and let my imagination go wild. But my imagination's pretty good, Craig.
Yeah. Now, like I said at the beginning, goals are dreams with a time frame.
Yes.
And what I got to be really good at with working with the team was to help somebody, once they put down what their goals were to reverse engineer
how much work it's going to take,
what they actually have to do on a daily basis. Because you see, I want to be, let's use car qualified in your company, because most people that are watching this probably have some kind of car program. Most MLMs do.
Yeah.